Welcome to another episode of STARFLEET Cinema, the show where we honor Star Trek talent contributions to non-Star Trek media. In this episode, we will take a look at the Emmy Award-winning 2022 made-for-TV movie Chip 'n Dale Rescue Rangers, a loose adaptation of the 1989 to 1990 animated television series of the same title. In addition to our base biographical profiles of the various involved talent, and where warranted, we will add trivia facts about the movie and the talent involved. Let's get started. Born in Melbourne, Australia on August 9, 1968, Eric Bana co-starred in the 2009 film Star Trek as Nero, commander of the Narada, a Borg-enhanced Romulan mining ship. Nero held the Federation, and Ambassador Spock in particular, responsible for the destruction of Romulus in the Hopus supernova of 2387. It was Nero's quest for revenge that led to the creation of the Kelvin timeline, as the Narada's time traveling led to the loss of the USS Kelvin and the destruction of Vulcan. For Chip 'n Dale Rescue Rangers, Bana portrayed the voice of Monterey Jack, a character from the original Rescue Rangers series. In this way, Bana took over the role of Monterey Jack from legendary voice actors Peter Cullen and Jim Cummings, who shared the role on the original television series. As for Jim Cummings, who we profiled in our episode of Starfleet Cinema on the Disney short film Once Upon a Studio, linked in the description, Cummings reprised his role from the original Rescue Rangers series as Fat Cat, the series' primary antagonist. In addition, Cummings also portrayed Shredder from the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles animated series as the right arm of the so-called Franken-Pete. Peg-Leg Pete, who Cummings has been the official voice of since the premiere of the 1992 animated television series Goof Troop. Bootlegged versions of Winnie the Pooh and Tigger, for whom Cummings is the official voice actor. And the title character of the 1991 to 1992 television series Darkwing Duck. Cummings had portrayed the character on the series back then. Born in Houston, Texas, United States on October 2, 1962, actor Jeff Bennett provided miscellaneous voices for the 1997 computer game Star Trek Starfleet Academy. For Chip 'n Dale Rescue Rangers, Bennett voiced Lumiere, the enchanted candlestick from Disney's 1991 animated classic Beauty and the Beast. Bennett has been the official voice actor for the characters since its original performer, Jerry Orbach, sadly passed away in 2004. Born in Detroit, Michigan, United States on May 23, 1981, actor-comedian Tim Robinson provided the voices of Ensign Fletcher and a corrupted Isolinear Corps in the first season Lower Decks episode Terminal Provocations. For Chip 'n Dale Rescue Rangers, Robinson provided the voice of Ugly Sonic, a failed toon actor who was a neighbor of Dale as a booth operator at a fan convention. The design of Ugly Sonic was derived from the original design for the title character of the video game Sonic the Hedgehog, as intended for the film adaptation. Following the release of the first trailer for the movie in April of 2019, fan backlash to the design was so severe that both Paramount Pictures, as the studio making the movie, and Sega Sammy Holdings, as the owner of the Sonic the Hedgehog property, delayed the film to March of 2020 in order to allow for a full redesign of the character, the recreation of already completed sequences, and the completion of unfinished scenes. Fun fact: Ugly Sonic was added to the story of Chip 'n Dale Rescue Rangers as a replacement for another controversial CGI character, Jar Jar Binks from the Star Wars prequel trilogy. At the request of Lucasfilm, the Rescue Rangers team replaced Binks with Ugly Sonic because of the criticism of the Jar Jar character going all the way back to the release of Star Wars Episode I The Phantom Menace in 1999. Criticism that allegedly almost led to Jar Jar actor Ahmed Best attempting to take himself to the Black Mountain, if you know what I mean. Born in New York City, New York, United States on April 23, 1930, veteran voice actor Alan Oppenheimer portrayed 3 characters for Star Trek. In the 6th-season Star Trek The Next Generation episode Rightful Heir, Oppenheimer portrayed Koroth, the leader of a group of monks who created a clone of legendary Klingon leader Kahless the Unforgettable on the monastery planet Boreth. In the second season Star Trek Deep Space Nine finale episode The Jem'Hadar, he played Captain Keogh, the commanding officer of the ill-fated USS Odyssey, which became the first Federation ship destroyed in battle with the Dominion, though certainly not the last. And in the third season Star Trek Voyager episode Rise, Oppenheimer played an ambassador for an alien race known as the Nezu, who enlists the help of Captain Janeway and the crew of the USS Voyager to prevent a cataclysmic asteroid collision on the Nezu homeworld. In Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers, Oppenheimer portrays the voices of He-Man, originally voiced by the late John Irwin, and Skeletor, whom Oppenheimer himself originally voiced, from the 1983 to 1985 animated series He-Man and the Masters of the Universe, which was originally produced by Filmation Associates, the studio behind the 1973 to 74 Star Trek The Animated Series. In one of the FanCon convention scenes that are inherent to the film's plot, He-Man and Skeletor are seen running a booth that Chip and Dale hide under to escape detection by the bootleggers. Oppenheimer's voicing of Skeletor in the character's brief Rescue Rangers appearance marked the first time in nearly 40 years that Oppenheimer had voiced the character. While he did voice a character named Mossman in the 2021 Netflix miniseries Masters of the Universe Revelation, Star Wars actor Mark Hamill was the person who voiced Skeletor in that production. Born in Orange County, California, United States on May 8, 1972, composer Brian Tyler composed the scores for two second-season episodes of Star Trek Enterprise that coincidentally ended up airing within weeks of each other, Canamar and Regeneration. For the score of Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers, Tyler was acclaimed for his inclusion of the original Rescue Rangers theme song by composer Mark Mueller and the classic Disney songs The Bare Necessities from 1967's The Jungle Book and You Can Fly from 1953's Peter Pan into his original compositions. Part of this video was produced live during the February 22, 2025 edition of the NeoBlisseyX vs. Saturday Night Spectacular, behind the scenes of NeoBlisseyX vs. The Making of Starfleet Cinema. You can find a link in the end cards or in the description field below this video. Until next time here on Starfleet Cinema, this is NeoBlisseyX signing off. Take care and live long and prosper.